Would you please welcome the beautiful Christine Arnold? This is not your first time performing at the Grand Final, but there's something a little bit special, a beautiful mother-daughter moment where you're actually performing with your daughter, Zipporah. So how does that feel?
Well, she's been doing it for a while now, so it just sort of feels like, you know, same old, except, you know. Am I really saying that? But this one's special because we love both teams.
Even though she's wearing a swan scarf.
We saw her in the audience there. Wearing a very familiar scarf. I'm loving that.
I was that
you rock
footy
that,
mum.
girlfriend.
I was that footy mum getting up at early hours after a gig the night before to get him to Oz Kick. And he went through the Swans Academy when Rosie was coach, and now I don't know who to go for because I'm a Queenslander, so I'm kind of like, I've already won.
Yeah. But you know, all those hours on the sideline, you've got to go for the Swannies tomorrow.
Yeah, and me eating the oranges instead of giving them to my son. Yeah.
That's the mum tax. You're allowed to do that.
It is.
So for the performance tomorrow, can you give us a preview? What will you guys be singing?
Am I allowed to? That was one thing I didn't cover. I'll be doing that song, you know, the one that everybody likes me singing.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Island Home?
No, yes, I'll be doing my Island Home.
Great.
Yes.
A bit of a snippet of it, but I'll be joined by some beautiful kids in the choir, as well as Zipporah on stage with me as well.
So what is it like to be connected? What's it like to be connected to a song that is such a national favourite, that has such an iconic, that everyone's always asking you to sing at these public events?
This song was around in the community for a very long time. The Warumpi Band, it was written for Uncle George from an island home. Uncle George's brother-in-law is my mum's first cousin. And he said to me, I didn't know you were going to sing that song, but you're right, it's in the family and, you know, makes sense, we're all from an island. You know, songs are stories that come from out there and they come through us and they belong out there again, and they have this power to be bigger than us. When I'm singing that song, it's bigger than me. And songs that have that beautiful thing of resonating and lasting forever. These songs will be around long after I'm gone, and I just have that privilege of being that person who just shares it with everybody. And it is kind of that national anthem, can I say that?
Yeah.
Go My Island Home. It's
beautiful.
Christine, I know I love you, and also thank you. Also, we've been listening to the new album this afternoon. It's so beautiful,
Oh, cool.
and you can just hear this incredible connection that you have, these deep family roots that are in these songs. Can you tell us about that?
Definitely a family album. Back in 2012, or maybe earlier, I did an SBS show called Who Do You Think You Are? There was a lot of information that we gathered, couldn't make it to the show, but one of those things was a CD full of my granddad's songs, all stored at the Australian Institute of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Studies. And man, I was like, when can I put this out? Like, when is our music palette matured enough to hear this music? I did an album similar to this with David Bridie, which was my debut album indeed. And now this is like that sort of like older sister moved on. I think I couldn't have put an album like that out straight away after the first album. There was no other time to do it except now with the right team. Same team even. We've it's been a revisiting of old friends.
Yeah.
And the album was like made all around the place because we couldn't, and because you can do albums like that now.
It's beautiful because you've got sounds of country in there, like there's the sound of waves, but then also a lot of it's in language, which I think is really beautiful as well. Does it give you that stronger connection to it? Because I understand that's your grandfather's language that you're singing.
It's my language.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's my language. So, do I have a connection to it? Yes, it's my grandfather's songs. His songs, the ones that I've recorded for the album, have been around me my whole life. I just didn't know they were granddad's songs until I saw that they were, you know, recorded Ngāti Anu and I started going to the community and the family, and they said, yeah, your grandfather's got more songs than the ones that you've got on the album as well. You've only just scratched the surface, but if this is what the surface does with an ARIA nomination, it's
I
like...
was going to say, on top of that,
I bet
yes,
you do it.
please, congratulations. So it must be very rewarding to have all of that. I mean, the industry recognition is a lovely thing, but they're also for what you've put in it, as you were saying before, these legacies that you get to leave behind, that connection you have with your ancestry. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, the first album was really not about me. It was about trying to get my culture known. to the wider audience. And this is like, it's like having my grandfather standing right beside me and having his songs out there as well. Like, again, doing that same thing of representing my family, representing our culture, putting the Torres Strait Islander culture on the map. And, you know, putting it in the commercial, you know, space, putting it in... It's a bilingual album, so I'm not just... It's not all in language, but it helps us be able to speak in Torres Strait language, and it's just, you know, something that I really adore. It's watching people sing Waku, and you don't have to understand what you're singing about, but you get the sentiment.
And then tomorrow that'll be passed on when you're also singing with your daughter, which is
Absolutely,
great. But then who will
that's what
you
it's
be
all about.
tipping to win the big game?
Go the Swannies!
A woman after my own heart, incredibly beautiful, incredibly talented. Thank you. Christine's album is out now. Would you please thank her?